This is Boxing Tickets NI. We are here at the Ulster Hall for Nations Fight Night. Finally, delighted to be joined by the victorious Conor Quinn. It's been a torrid, obviously, time for you, obviously from June to now, but you're glad now to get that monkey off the back. You're not looking at it and going. They always say you're only as good as your last performance. You obviously got a good run out there tonight. Obviously, you're probably elated more than anything. You're back to winning ways.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I'm a professional fighter. It's my career and it's my passion too. So to be out of the ring for so long, it wasn't ideal. But thankfully, obviously, it gave me time to settle in my new camp and make the adjustments that I wanted to make. And I think I done that there, and it was good to get back in and get another 6 rounds under the belt.
It's especially good, obviously, coming back on the BBC. Do you think, obviously, on the A player, so many people watching? It's good for you, obviously, in terms of you getting back. It's another story sort of add up. We know we've obviously had the medical issues and stuff before. You've obviously come back from the defeat now, but it shows you're human, doesn't it? Obviously, that these things can happen. For you, in a way, are you glad, sort of, when you look back now, you've had a defeat early on where you can learn, sort of, from wee mistakes you may be making?
Yeah, definitely. I've said from day one, that's my goals and ambitions is to become world champion. I think I've definitely got the pedigree to do that if I do things right along the way and obviously have a great team behind me. But I never grew up thinking I was going to be Floyd Mayweather or any of these guys that go through their whole career without a loss. So the loss really, for me, it's not something that I would really look on and think about too much. It's just about progressing and improving. And if it takes for me to have a loss and then slingshot myself and improve and get better and better and better, I'm quite happy to do that as long as I'm progressing and as long as I'm getting the opportunities that I think I deserve.
You obviously can now say you box the Ulster Hall as a pro as well. Obviously, it's different from, and obviously, I think the last time you were here was a defeat in the amateurs. You obviously now have a win now in the Ulster Hall, so I think you've won in every venue now in Belfast. So you maybe going to have to go to Antrim or Lisburn or Cookstown to sort of get a fight next.
Yeah, listen, obviously, it's great to be part of a great night in the Ulster Hall. The last time I boxed here, obviously boxed Brandy Irvine and probably my come-out fight in the amateurs. And what a great night of boxing that was. So I'm always happy to sort of be involved in all the big nights in Belfast boxing.
Your opponent obviously had tonight, obviously it was a change, and the opponent obviously sort of late. He was sort of durable, he sort of knew what he was doing. You can see obviously why he's not being stopped. He's crafty enough. Were you sort of happy by, was it sort of for you just to go through the motions? Were you maybe like to try to step it on a wee bit, or was it just sort of one of them opponents you knew you probably weren't going to get out of there?
No, he was obviously my original opponent was a good guy from Africa, 10-1, and his visa was denied last week. So Mark obviously scrambled around, and to be honest, I seen the conversations. He asked everyone under the sun to get in the ring there tonight, and they all said no. And thankfully, Sean Jackson accepted the fight. Sort of the type of fight I would think I would be past at this level of my career, but at the end of the day, you have to get in there and you have to box. And like I said, I sort of knew what I was getting with him. I knew he was tough and durable. But I think as the rounds went on, I was maybe second away from getting him out, 4th, 5th, and 6th round. But to be honest, that's the first time I've went into the ring, and I've been under instructions not to try and take someone out. We were focusing on boxing, trying to make him look silly, make him miss, and just sort of show a couple of different sort of bits of my arsenal. And I think I've done that. Obviously, as the rounds went on, like I said, I was wearing him down, and I quite happily would have took him out of there, but he was just holding on ever so slightly, and a couple of head clashes, and good at holding, and all them sort of crafty tricks. But like I says, thanks to him for stepping in there tonight and keeping me on the show anyway.
And obviously a holiday up next. Obviously we know obviously after every fight there's a holiday. Where are you off to in your travels this time?
We're away to Porto, so always love the box in February because it's my birthday next week too, so I get taken away on holiday after these fights, so you can't complain.
And when would you like to be back out next? Obviously we know there's rumours, obviously I've sort of spread a few rumours, obviously Ando Kakachi obviously fighting Lee Wood potentially in May. Looks like Pierce O'Leary may have a homecoming in April. When would you, I guess, like you would probably fight again next week if you get a chance?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously I've been hearing the rumours of Anto fighting in May, and what a show that would be. And I think it would be a great addition. Obviously we're both under Queensbury. Anto's the hero of Belfast boxing at the moment, and we're both from a couple of minutes away from each other, so I think there would be a real good travel and support, and it would be amazing to be part of that show. And listen, I'm happy to go on any show. I want to box for titles now, and I want to sort of get some of them international belts, get myself a ranking with one of the bodies, and sort of put myself in a position. And anything comes up, you can jump at it.
Well, you now back to one of the ways I guess it makes it easier for Queensbury because obviously they haven't had to build you at the start. You sort of your first fight on them was a title fight. You obviously now back to one of the ways, so you're obviously probably eligible to go back in the title fight. Is that what you'd like to do next? I guess with the flyweight sometimes it's a bit awkward. You could end up having to fight an opponent you've had previously for a build again. So like, would you happy to go straight back in the title action?
Oh, definitely. Listen, I follow all the belts. I get emails from the APU all the time telling me the situation of the titles, and I know obviously the ABU, the British and the Commonwealth's wrapped up, and the fight, I think, sort of
May.
Is it May? Yeah. So obviously I want to be out before then, because if they box in May, you're waiting another couple of months. But I see the ABU silver title. I know that there's a Spanish guy and an Italian guy set the box for that. To be honest, that's a belt that I would love to win, because I watched Derek Donovan win that, my first fight here in Belfast, and just sort of always had my eye on it. And like I say, there's a Spanish guy and an Italian guy fighting for it now. I would quite happily fight the winner, no matter who it is. And I actually think that fight's fell through a couple of times, so if someone pulls out of the fight for whatever reason, I would step in against any of them.
I guess you're the hot property now again, obviously back to one in ways, but signed with Queensbury, people can see it as a big opportunity for them. Like, even if maybe something happens to Jay Harris and Conor Kelsall, you maybe be happy. If there's an injury somewhere, like, you probably keep yourself well prepared, but you'd be happy to jump straight into one of them fights.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we're in the flyweight division. There's not many of us around. There's quite a talented pool, but there's not too many around. And I think if people start pulling out of title fights and people's left when no one in the box, of course I would step in. And I think realistically, if that's the way I could go about my career, is being in and out of title fights all the time, I would be very, very happy.
Well, congratulations, obviously, once again, get back to one in ways. Enjoy your holiday, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you soon.
Yes, thanks very much, Morning. Thank you.